Hey everybody, I'm Rob Freeman, and this week we're talking about why the cost of solar property insurance is going up. And a couple weeks ago I wrote an article about the cost of solar property insurance, and I just wanted to put some more context around why the cost of solar property insurance is going up. And in a nutshell, it really comes down to the fact that the solar industry is growing really fast. And so as projects move from where they historically have been highly concentrated on the West Coast, as they move to areas in the Midwest and the South, they're exposed to greater and different types of weather-related risks and climate-related risks that they just really weren't exposed to as much in earlier years as the industry grew. And so now as they're growing and moving across the Midwest, they're being exposed to more flood-related risk, heavy winds, and hailstorms specifically. And so the cost of property insurance is going up because of these new exposures. Now, one particular loss that happened back in 2019 really was kind of a catalyst. It was big news in the insurance industry, and it really came down to a $70 million claim for one solar project in a town called Midlands, Texas. And this project is owned by a company called 174 Power Global. And of the roughly 700,000 solar panels that were at this project, it was roughly 180 megawatts, over half were either damaged or destroyed, leading to this $70 million claim. And that claim, because of the size of it, really caused underwriters and people in the insurance industry who were looking at solar projects to really step back and rethink how they were underwriting these projects and what exposures they really had. And so I'll link below this video to some resources that you can look at in terms of one particular research report was saying that the cost of property insurance in the solar world is going up by as much as 400%, and in some cases projects can't find insurance at any cost. And so they're being forced to not only deal with insurance policies that provide less coverage. The premiums are going up, deductibles are going up, sublimits are increasing, meaning the number of sublimits, but the amount of coverage might decrease. The number of exclusions are going up, and then there's not as much consistency in between policies, which makes it difficult when you're working with an insurance broker who doesn't necessarily know that industry or isn't familiar with the nuances of different policies. And so what insurance carriers are trying to help their clients do, or their clients are being forced to do, is adopt new risk management strategies that can help them offset the risk to themselves as asset owners and also to their investors, whether it be tax equity or their lenders. And below the video I'll link to some new technologies that are being developed in trackers that can help be able to detect whether a large storm is coming or whether hail is coming, and the trackers can adjust the angle of the panels to avoid a direct impact by hail that could cause the most damage on the panels themselves and lead to things like either direct damage that's visible or even micro cracking that could lead to a claim down the road. So anyway, below the video I'll link to some more resources. You can get some information on that. Wanted to put some context around why the cost of insurance for the solar projects, especially large ones, is going up. And really what it comes down to is that as the solar industry grows, more projects are being exposed to newer risks, and just the underwriting industry is getting better at modeling those risks and getting smarter about being able to predict where and when these storms are going to happen and whether the projects are going to be in harm's way. And so anyway, I hope this is helpful. If you have questions about your solar project, if you're working on insuring one, please feel free to schedule an appointment with me at the link below. I look forward to talking to you, and thanks again, and I hope this is helpful.